Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Big Donch Show. Today, we're going to be recapping this past weekend's boxing news because why? I want to implement more current boxing news onto this channel, make them actual episodes. I have a lot of good plans for it, right? I'm assuming a lot of you guys are from my boxing history videos or my sports history videos. I'm going to keep continuing that because, well, I love sports history. I consider myself a sports historian, but I also love current sports too, obviously, right? I obviously do my NFL recaps. Okay, expect one tomorrow for week 3. But I want to do some actual, current boxing news, which I feel like there's not a lot out there on the market. Websites are great. There's a lot of current boxing journalists and stuff on Instagram, all great stuff, but not really any YouTube boxing shows. Of course, now boxing is not a current sport, consistently current sport like other sports are, like football, basketball, baseball. Okay, you have the good fighters fight maybe twice a year, 3 times max. So we're not having constant boxing news compared to other sports. But, I'm going to try to pump 2 or 3 boxing videos out a week. Expect more interviews also from professional boxers. If you haven't already, check out my interview with Austin Brooks a couple weeks ago. Great interviewing him. We're going to get more. We're going to get this channel active. Expect this Friday a recap. I'm sorry, not a recap, a preview and predictions for the Canelo versus Charlo fight. I'm actually going to have 2 guests on with me. Hey, we have a lot of big, exciting news for this channel. I'd like to implement, of course, from now on, big fight previews and predictions. So Canelo and Charlo, big example of that. I'm going to start making previews and predictions for that fight, for those types of fights. I'm going to be doing recaps of those fights. So expect every Friday and Sunday videos, boxing episodes. Friday for the preview and predictions, Sunday for the recap. And then probably something during the middle of the week, maybe Wednesday, where I'll just do current boxing news and anything that happens, like any new fight announcements, any injuries, just anything going on in the sport of boxing that's not basically pertaining to a recap of a fight or a prediction or preview of a fight. So obviously, like basic news, I don't know, Terrence Crawford gets stripped of his belt, Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk announced, or Shakur Stevenson moving up in weight to fight whoever, right? Those types of videos I want to get every probably Wednesday or Thursday. And then, like I said, with the interviews, which I'll try to post on Monday. Now, today isn't Monday where I'm posting this. That's because just starting this up. But from now on, probably going to start being on Sundays. So either way, let's get right into it. Just a reminder, though, to like the Big Donch Show on Spotify and to subscribe to my YouTube, Big Donch. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, also called Big Donch. Alrighty, so big fight over the weekend. Well, not really a big fight because, well, it was just an easy, dominant performance by Zhang. Okay, I always mispronounce the first name. Zhang. Anyway, he defeats Joyce in the rematch, 3rd round KO. He was comfortable from the beginning. It shouldn't even have been a rematch, right? He defeated Joyce by a good, he beat him up. Okay, it was a whoop in the first fight. When it was announced that he wanted the rematch, everyone was like, why? And then we see they're down KO. Zhang defeated the interim WBO interim belt. 40 years old he is. So it's tough now. Is he just getting started? Seems like it. But 40 years old. Heavyweight division, you could get away with that, though. You get away with being older. We saw George Foreman do it. We saw other heavyweights be successful, around the age of 40 or over the age of 40. He could do it. But it's tough. It's tough. So what the future could be? Well, let's talk about the fight. He just dominated him. There was nothing else about it. Joyce, respectable. Okay, 38 years old. I consider retirement. I'm sure the people around him do. Fans of Joyce consider retirement. Not calling him a bum or anything, but it's over. It's over, right? You just got beat up bad by not even a real champ yet. Okay, an interim champ. If you have any shot at trying to win an actual championship in the future, it's not going to happen. Just being realistic here. Respect, though. Okay, not legend, but a very talented boxer, great for the sport. But it's time for Joyce to retire. Zhang looked confident the whole time. It should not have been a rematch. So what are the realistic chances, though, that Zhang actually wins a real title? We have Fury holding the WBC belt, and we have Usyk holding all the other belts. Then, some contenders, some challengers. Wilder, which he doesn't beat. AJ, I don't think he beats. And then Ruiz, which maybe, they're the top 3 challengers to Fury and Usyk. I don't know. What I'd like to see, I commented this on Instagram. I got clowned for it. But that's all right, in my opinion. Jared Anderson versus Zhang. We want to see what Jared Anderson can do. He's moving up there. I think that'd be a good fight. I'm telling you. I think that would be a good fight. Anderson's quick. Okay, Zhang has the power, but Anderson is quick. I think that could happen. Anderson does not want to stay in the sport long. He wants to win belts, be successful, provide for his family. I think this would be a great chance. Let's see. This is a top-ranked fight. I'd like to see it. It probably won't happen. I think that'd be a great matchup. Great matchup, once again, for the interim belts. Usyk, we need Usyk and Fury next. I think Zhang is going to hold the interim belt for a while because obviously all the ducking going on. I doubt Usyk fights him next. If Usyk does fight him next, he wins. If Usyk fights Zhang next, Usyk wins. But I like to see Anderson versus Zhang. AJ, Wilder, and Ruiz, they're past that level. They're not looking for no interim champ. They're going for it all, right? That's common sense. Ruiz, though, and not Wilder, we're trying to get that. Ruiz is pricing himself out. AJ and Wilder in consistent talks. Ruiz has so much potential, but he's running for himself. He's not that good to be pricing himself out. He should have accepted that fight with Wilder. He should have. Who knows if he ever gets that shot again? And not only that, but another shot at the belts. I'm telling you, big fights, big wins, big money. They change a fighter's personality. They change their attitude. Ruiz was hungry. We saw him against that first Anthony Joshua fight. Hungry, right? He wanted it all, put everything on the line for it. Won it. Came back in the second fight. He should have won the second fight. But barely tried. Then he struggled with Ortiz. He struggled with the other guy he fought. Off the top of my head, I can't think. And not so much struggle, but it should have been a lot bigger wins than that. Now we need him against Wilder. Let's see what happens, though. Other news in boxing. Benn returns to win. Okay. Not a big fan of Benn, obviously, with the PEDs, but he's coming off a 17-month layoff after getting caught for the roids, the juicing. I don't respect it, especially in a combat sport, right? You want to take roids in baseball? I don't really care. Tennis? I don't really care. Golf? I don't really care. Track and field? I don't really care. I mean, yeah, you're still a cheater. But boxing, combat sport, people dying, people get seriously injured in, I don't respect it. I don't respect it. Now, is Benn still a talented, good fighter, exciting fighter to watch? Yes. But he's a cheater. And I'm not going to say much else about it. He won by a lousy 10-round unanimous decision to Rodolfo Orozco to improve to 22-0. There's talks now that he might fight Eubank finally in December. I don't know. It's tough. Benn's a good fighter. He's a legit fighter. Started to respect him. Putting the bias aside. I mean, the fight he just had this weekend, Benn, I don't know. But he vows to return to welterweight if Eubank Jr. fight doesn't come back around. But I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know who would win that. Bias aside, Benn did. I don't know. But after that fight on the weekend, I'm just trying to think. I'm reading an article. That's why I'm trying to find a way to talk. Either way, okay. Eubank versus Benn. It's a good fight. Let's just keep it at that. And all I'm saying is the performance that he had this weekend, it's tough. But they're both exciting fighters to see. And I still love to see it happen. What I was reading, though, while I was stuttering was, Anthony Yarde returns to win. He defeated Jorge Silva in 2 rounds. Okay, we know him. He lost. I think he lost against Arthur Beterbiev. Bad whooping. But he's back. Okay, talented light heavyweight fighter. He won. But Sandy Ryan, now this is the one I was looking at. Sandy Ryan and Jessica McCaskill, they get a controversial draw for the WBA, IBO, WBC, and WBA. Oh, WBA, the IBO, WBC, WBO, welterweight titles. It's hard seeing those quick, but controversial draw. Okay, this is a boxing scene. The official decision was just as unbelievable hours later. Sandy Ryan is winner. James would crush in real time. So Sandy Ryan, okay, fought hard and controversial draw. England's Ryan settled for a questionable 10-round split decision draw versus Lionel. WBC, IBO, WBO, welterweight champion Jessica McCaskill. Judge Mike Ross had it 96-94 for Ryan, while Mark Streisand's card at 97-93 for McCaskill. How does that happen? I hate when that happens. You want to make it close, fine. But one person has a 96-94 for another fighter, and then the other fighter, a judge has it 97-93. Come on now. Barry Lindemann scored at 95-95 to to produce a stalemate in the zone aired championship Saturday from Caribbean Royal, Orlando, Florida. Once again, off boxing scene. This is what Ryan said. I don't know what to say. The biggest fight of my life. I nearly changed my life Saturday night. We can't get it. We could get a rematch, hopefully. Jess' team has agreed. Eddie Hearn is up for it. Everyone wants to see the rematch. We need to settle it. BoxingScene.com scored at 97-93. Ryan from ringside, which I believe is true. Right? Robberies and corruption in the sport is terrible. I just don't know what boxing judges do. Well, how do they judge a fight? If I'm a boxing judge, this is how I judge boxing when I watch it at home. Okay, I'm going off of punches landed. Okay, so let's do it for Canelo versus Charlo this upcoming Saturday. Punches landed. If Canelo lands more punches, let's just do this off one round. Canelo lands more punches. Okay, check. But it's not just punches, damage. All right, if he's landing little punches, right, and Charlo's not getting any damage, well, I'll still give it to Canelo, but it's going to be close, right? If that's going to be the whole fight, that's going to be close. But one round, just punches. You're controlling the fight, controlling the round. You're landing more punches. You're showing that you're a better fighter than your opponent. That's how I score a round for a fighter. You're landing more punches. You're doing damage, okay? That's if no one's knocked down. If it's a stand-up round, everyone's up. No one hit the ground. No one hit the canvas at all. Punches landed. You're controlling the fight. That's it. That's how I judge it. Okay. Loma versus Devin Haney. Devin Haney had a good start. All right. He was landing more punches on Loma. Second half comes around. Loma was landing more punches. He ended up, I had it 7-5 for Loma. Okay. We do Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard was dancing all over Marvin Hagler, controlling the fight. I had actually 6-5-1. 6-5-1 for Sugar Ray Leonard. Punches landed. That's how I judge fights. That's just me though. But first boxing episode down. Okay. I gotta get a bit more smoother. A bit stuttering, a bit dazing off. Just trying to read and multitask at the same time. I wish I had, studio producers. I can't even think of the name. Studio managers, guys helping me out. I'm all by myself. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's going to be, hey, this is just a test episode. I want to get it up. Just a test episode. Stay tuned for this Friday. Okay, around 11 o'clock, I'll post it in the morning for the Canelo versus Charlo preview. I'm going to have a guest. We're going to be smoother, all right? Now I'm not going to be soloing the episode. It's a bit harder when I'm soloing an episode. We're going to have some guests on. We're going to have a good preview. We're going to have good predictions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, follow me on YouTube, Big Donch. Instagram, Big Donch. TikTok, Big Donch, and Spotify, The Big Donch Show. I'm out, guys. Peace.